Today we're going to be looking at brake fluid. We're going to change the brake fluids on my BMW E46 convertible. And I'm also going to quickly explain to you why we need to change the brake fluid. So, this is a brake caliper and there's a brake line with hydraulic fluid, which will apply pressure on the brake pads against the brake rotor. And when we do this, it converts the moving energy, kinetic energy of the car into heat. So it dissipates heat through this brake rotor. And as it gets hot, the brake fluid is designed to take temperatures up until 200 something degrees Celsius. And unfortunately, this brake fluid is hygroscopic, which means it absorbs water. And if we start getting too much water in the brake fluids, as you probably know, water boils at 100 degrees, which the brakes will easily get to in terms of temperature. And it will vaporize the water, which means you will have a gas instead of a liquid or a fluid inside the brake lines, and you will basically lose braking power. So the shop will tell you once in a while that you have to change your brake fluids. The typical changing interval is every 2 years. First of all, we're gonna test the brake fluid to confirm that we need to change it, and then if we confirm that we need to change it, we will change it. Very well, so I have here a brake fluid tester. Does it say anywhere? Exactly, brake liquid tester, which you can get online, Amazon, for 10 bucks, 15 bucks, whatever. Even if you don't plan on changing the brake fluid yourself, I would recommend getting something like this, because then, you can accept or reject the offer from the shop to change your brake fluid according to your test. You can check yourself. So 0% is perfect, and then you have under 2% basically will be okay. If it's above 2%, so 3% or more, then you have here the indication of this warning signal, which means it's a good idea to change your brake fluid. So let's have a look. Let's see how much we get. Okay, if we had a battery, we could check it. Let me check this. Very well, new battery just for the sake of the video. So let's have a look. And as we can see, it's quite bad. So we have to change it just to make sure that we always have appropriate braking power. Brake fluid is also quite corrosive, so try not to get it anywhere, also not in your hands or on your hands or anywhere. But anyway, so we have to change this. So let's take care of that. So to take care of this, we need a few things. A hydraulic jack is very helpful, practical to get the wheels up in the air as quickly as possible. We need to get all the wheels up in the air. Gloves, eye protection, because I hate getting something in my eye, especially brake fluid. I don't think that would be a nice day. I have here my brake box. So we need a bottle like this to put the old brake fluid in. And I have some new .4 brake fluids. There's also .4.1, but that's a bit overkill. That's more like for racing applications and stuff like that. I'm going to link a video up here or whatever I think I learned how to do this with Chris Fix. You probably know who he is, but anyway, I'll link a video to this. And so you can check from an expert. But if you're curious to see how this works on a BMW E46, so I'm also doing this video. Hey, my most trusted backup mechanic. So we have also Moishi here, who will check that we are doing everything correctly. Thanks for dropping by. And also, by the way, if you like this content, if you like this video, if you'd like to see more, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, okay? Appreciate it. Thank you. So First things first, we have to identify where the ABS unit is, and if you'll be able to see it, the ABS unit is here on the driver's side, so left side on this BMW, which means we need to start with the furthest wheel from the ABS unit as possible, which then means it's the right rear wheel. So we'll have to jack that side up, take the wheel off, and then I'll show you what we have to do. Here we are. Don't don't break your car, because the car is supposed to, the wheels, when we are jacking up the car, obviously the wheels will move a little bit as the car goes up. The wheel is stationary, so use a good jack, buy a good jack. It's for sure a good investment. You don't want a weak jack that will fail on you or something. I'm not going to be using jack stands. It's overkill for this job. We're not going to be under the car, so it should be safe. But in any case, you don't want the car to fall unexpectedly, so buy good equipment as much as possible. So I already loosened the lugs. I'll put this wheel in the air and take it off, and then show you what we need to do. Okay, the car is stable. The wheel is off the ground. I'll take it off. Very well, so the wheel is off. We can see here is the nipple that we'll have to use. If I can take this off, I should be able. Here we go. This is the nipple that we're gonna have to use. We can take this out of here. This is the sensor for the brake pads. So we still have enough brake pad in the rears. It's the fronts that I should replace soon. But anyway, this nipple, we have to put that bottle. We'll attach the bottle here. I'm gonna show you how it should be in a moment. Okay, here's the bottle, properly attached to this nipple. I hope you can see it correctly. It's very important that this line is going up, so that we will not get any air into the system. If the line would be pointing down, it could start dripping. The fluid could suck itself out, let's say, and you could start getting some air into the caliper, which is not good. So if you have the line like this, the fluid has to push up, and it's impossible that some air will be going into the system. Now to open this nipple, the best is to use one of these flare nut thingies, and yeah, I'll open this nipple. You have the screw there, or whatever it is, and that's what you can use to open it, and I will open it and show you how it looks like. By the way, it is important that you have brand new brake fluid, still unopened bottle or canister, because once you open it, it starts absorbing water, and then you defeat the purpose, right? You want brand new fluid each time you do this. After topping it off a few times, we start seeing very clear fluid here on the line, so I'll close this back up, and yeah, I can put the wheel back on, and I will do exactly the same thing on the rear left, and then on the front right, and then on the front left. I'm already at the front wheels. Here we can see a good example. Here we see the fluid is quite dark, but we can see here it's already quite more transparent. Also, it's also a good idea to change your brake fluid, because old fluid will be more corrosive also to the calipers and the brake lines, and you will have probably you will make your calipers last longer if you keep your fluid new and out of contaminants and stuff like that. Last wheel, here we go. That's it. Last wheel is done. Nipple is closed. Everything is attached, so don't forget to tighten the nipple properly on each wheel. I'm not at minimum, but almost. I'll top it off a bit. I'm doing this cross-handed now, but should be easy enough to see the level. Actually, it's getting harder to see the level because the fluid is so transparent, but yeah, I'm almost at max. So I'll take this out of here. Actually, I didn't want to put so much because I'm too close to max. So I'm going to pump it just a little bit more into the canister. Let me show you the canister. We have the canister right here, full of old fluid. So this will go directly to the waste management station, whatever it's called. But just before I pump this down, let's have a look again at our fluid tester and let's see what it says. It says absolutely new brake fluid, which is what we want to see. Perfect. That's it. I'm going to just pump this a little bit more into the canister. I'm going to take it for a test drive. Before you take it for a test drive, make sure that your brake pedal feels very solid. You should not have any play. That's it. Take it easy on your first drive. Don't go, if the pedal is feeling soft or anything, just stop immediately and make sure you have all the nipples tightened and you don't have any leaks anywhere. So, if you like this content, make sure to like, please, subscribe, and it will motivate me to make more videos like this. Okay? Peace. See you next time.